Anyway, yeah, I'm here with one MICHAEL HAAGA, Houston guy.
Actually, born in outside of Chicago.
No shit.
Moved down here when I was 1, so I grew up in Texas, but my relatives and my extended family is all from up north.
Oh, okay, cool. So, I did
yes,
not know that.
This is where you insert damn fucking Yankee.
Damn fucking Yankee.
Even if I've been here a long time. I didn't have a drawl until.
You're either from Texas
later.
or you're from Texas or you are in a hurry to get there. I don't know how the fuck. I forgot how that saying goes. But anyway, so just a couple quick questions.
It's got done with the Olympics.
Yeah.
Trial. I did not qualify, but I did get to see Joe Gier. I'm just kidding. No,
yeah.
I'm a sweaty guy.
So were you a sports guy as a kid?
No. As a kid, yeah, I played baseball in like Pee Wee leagues kind of thing, or and I was a pitcher for one of the teams. I got into the All-Star. I played football for 1 year, but then when I made it into the further team, the coach screamed at me, and I don't know, I just couldn't handle that sort of abuse for sports. So that was probably my league. But I do enjoy basketball if I get a chance. But no, I like basketball finals, and I should, I'm a fair weather fan. Pay attention to Houston when they're doing well.
Yeah.
We do have some good teams.
Fucking Astros. Where records are being sold. Were you ever a record collector kind of guy as a kid?
Yeah, I had my Kiss records, Aerosmith, Billy Joel. So by the time I was in my early teens, my oldest brother worked. He collected records, so I had just hundreds and hundreds, if not, over 1,000 records to look through to discover music, which was, really important because, I am a 70s kid, grew up listening to a lot of 70s music because I have older brothers and a father that listened to, my father bought, Queen and Beatles and, my dad kind of liked Judas Priest.
Fuck yeah.
Strangely, because he really wasn't, not a huge music guy, but he kind of had a harder edge to him. But because my older brothers listened to so much music, I never really collected, but I had access to tons of records, which, being a music fan and growing up, and being able to look at everything that was out there, because it was every genre, everything you could think of.
What was the first band that kind of caught your attention as a kid that you worshipped?
Well, man, I think I bought like we used to buy like there was Eckerd's or I don't know, Gemco or one of these places they had records. I bought records when I was very young, even if it was disco duck. I mean, I was buying records as a very young kid. So probably some of the first things that I bought were 8-tracks. And I would buy them at Sound Waves off of Broadway, I think. And, honestly, it was probably like the Beatles and, dude, we had Led Zeppelin's In Through the Outdoor on 8-track. So, I can't remember what, I'm not like huge Beatles fan, like, but I was I loved rock, that kind of rock and roll era from the Beatles to Led Zeppelin and everything in between. We had it, we listened to it as a family. We'd go on vacations and we would listen. We had Aerosmith next to the B-52s, next to the Rocky Horror Picture Show soundtrack. My oldest brother did a Rocky Horror Picture Show bootleg shirt of the big giant lips that I wore. And I was like in 4th grade wearing that to school. I didn't see the movie. I didn't know anything. I didn't know what transsexual meant, but it was good music. And, just like the Beatles, just like Led Zeppelin, just like Sabbath. But I didn't really get into a lot of the heavier stuff until I was, I guess, a little bit older, in my later teens. Kind of before Deadhorse, where it was, I started hanging out with people. I started listening to Dead Kennedys.
Hell yeah.
I had a good friend that listened to a lot of the good crazy punk rock that was from like 85, 86, The Obsessed. I don't know, I had a record called Rap Music for Rap People.
Yeah.
It had Big Boys, it had Butthole Surfers. I don't know if that was the one I had with the Mentors, but I had a record with the Mentors on it when I was like 14 or 15. I had the first Butthole Surfers with the dicks, the kids with the dicks on it, and me and Greg from Deadhorse, we used to listen to it, and we would listen to it on 33, and we'd listen to it on 45, because there was a different experience on both records. So, I mean, I've just all over, been all over the place.
Yeah, and everything you've done in musically, it seems like, especially in Deadhorse, there was a lot of humor involved. Where did that come from with you?
When I was a kid, I watched Saturday Night Live and Monty Python immediately afterwards, because that's how it used to come on. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, that, and then I would the young ones. I'm like a lot of people. I think English comedy it's intelligent. It's different than American comedy. So a lot of English comedy. SCTV, we watched that. I think that actually is what came on after Saturday Night Live. We would watch Monty Python on PBS. I don't remember. I got the measles when I was in 4th grade, and I remember laying on the couch, which wasn't where I would have been sleeping in the middle of the night, and Monty Python's Holy Grail came on. And so here, I don't know, when I was like 6, 7, and watching Monty Python, maybe not really understanding it, but, only a flesh wound. But I mean, it's just fun, it's fun, intelligent humor. So, please have some humor in your life,
and that's what I always enjoyed about everything you do, is there's always been a little humor.
Was sort of taking this, we weren't accomplished musicians, so we sort of, when it came, and in fact, Greg and I both sort of, the guitar player for Deadhorse, we kind of knew the blues scale, the pentatonic scale, so we knew how to go, and when it came to doing leads, we were like, well, we weren't going to be Yngwie, and we certainly, we would have been closer to Slayer, because Slayer is definitely, it's not technically not technical, but so we sort of were like, well, we know blues leads, so we sort of were poking fun at ourselves for not being really that talented of lead players or guitar players, and what we did, I think, was hone in on playing. I think we were real sloppy, but we got really good at playing the same thing sloppy over and over again, so that when you saw us live, it was at least as good as the record, right? Because it was that's the records were recorded usually with a few takes. So,
one thing I've been meaning to ask, I remember Deadhorse toured with Entombed back in '92, and for some reason you guys didn't play the Houston show on that tour. Was it because, I mean, let's be honest, Deadhorse at the time was more known than Entombed in Houston at the time?
We didn't play a lot. So when we did play, it was the only time we would make any money.
Right.
So when we, I think, signed on to the tour, we said, well, we'll play, and that sounds great, but we really shouldn't play the Houston show because that was our only bread and butter, for that early a time. So I don't think they were going to give us the majority of the cash for that show just because it was our hometown, and they didn't care really. But yeah, that was certainly was nothing else weird about it, except for that made sense for us. And
well, you've never stopped with musical projects and things going. You had Demon Seed, you had Plus and Minus Show, and you're doing like solo stuff nowadays, correct? What catch us up on what you're doing in 2024?
2023, end of last year, I put out a self-financed record, which is kind of what I've been doing my entire life, putting out self-financed records, do-it-yourself projects. And I have been for about the last 10 years working on a program on my phone. And so literally I learned really well how to, at least for me, to record acoustic material. And as I got better and better at it, I thought, man, these songs are pretty cool. I think I could take these songs and put out a record, you know, and why shouldn't I? And so I literally recorded on this phone.
Wow. Over
the last year. Are you? Oh, you're getting. I'm on my way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I put out a record that really couldn't have been more about just trying to satisfy the notion in my head that I thought these were good songs. I thought they were interesting. There's a lot of instrumental type stuff. I mean, but but because of the fact they're all acoustic, there's a couple of heavy guitars on there, but for the most part, it all sounds subdued and sort of quiet, but you know, it's a record full of acoustics, and I just enjoy experimenting with vocals, and I don't think there's anything better for me or more satisfying than being able to record myself and have nobody else tell me, well, this is what I think, this and there. So I mean, it's a vanity project maybe, but I did it because I thought I was getting good at creating songs and writing songs this way. I don't think most, hey, how are you? I don't know. It's not, it doesn't have the feel of a rock band. It's almost more like, it might almost be commercial, like a commercial, like this could go on a commercial. I had a friend that was using some of it on his radio show just as an intro. And I thought that was as cool as anything for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't care. But I did. I made a record. I don't have a band because there's no band to play. I have worked on trying to play metal, heavier stuff. I just haven't really come across. I hadn't wanted to play deadhorse because the integrity of deadhorse to me is real important. And I would still rather play with the band.
Right.
Than play.
Oh shit. To sign.
You heard that?
Yeah.
I said I'd rather play it with the band. Anyway, shout out to Splatteria.
Oh.